Have you ever wondered why you feel so different from everyone around you? Why no matter how hard you try, you never quite fit in? You walk into a room full of people and still feel like a stranger. You share your heart, but no one truly understands what you carry inside. It's as if your soul is on a journey no one else can see. And deep down, something whispers, you were made for more. That feeling is not confusion. It's a divine sign. A sign that Allah Almighty is doing something special with you. You are not being pushed aside. You are being set apart. The loneliness you feel isn't punishment. It's preparation. Allah isn't isolating you to hurt you, but to help you hear Him more clearly. Sometimes the only way He can speak to your soul is by removing the noise of the crowd. When you are called for something higher, the path becomes narrower. The distractions are stripped away. The company becomes smaller. Because what Allah is planting in your heart cannot survive in ordinary spaces. Look at the story of Prophet Yusuf. Arabicain, Arabiclam, Arabicat, Arabicar, Arabica, Arabicar, Arabicalem, Arabicsin, Arabiclam, Arabicalif, Arabic meme. Given a dream so beautiful, yet it set him apart. Instead of being celebrated, he was betrayed, thrown into a well, sold as a slave and imprisoned. But was he being punished? No, he was being positioned. Allah wasn't removing him from people. He was elevating him, placing him exactly where he needed to be. The journey of the chosen never begins in comfort. It begins in silence, in separation, in surrender. The Qur'an reminds us, indeed, with hardship comes ease. You may feel hardship now, the rejection, the solitude, the stillness, but ease is coming. Not just comfort, but clarity. Not just peace, but purpose. Allah is not ignoring you. He is refining you. The Prophet Muhammad Letrefei said, "The people tested most severely are the prophets, then those nearest to them in righteousness. Every soul destined for greatness must first endure solitude." What solitude? Every heart that was meant to shine was first shaped in darkness. Maybe you've tried to explain your dreams and were laughed at. Maybe you tried to bring people along, but they refused to walk beside you. That doesn't mean you're wrong. It means something different has been placed within you, and different always comes with distance. Allah knows what lies ahead. He knows what you must let go of. Sometimes the only way He can free you is by setting you apart. You're not falling behind. You're not being forgotten. You're being refined. When Allah chooses someone for greatness, He begins not by giving them a platform, but by giving them solitude. Before you can lead, you must learn to follow Him. Before He lifts you up in public, He brings you to your knees in private. That's not rejection. That's elevation. That's elevation. Silent, sacred elevation. So if you are in that quiet season, if you feel alone, confused, or forgotten, know this: you are not being overlooked. You are being protected. You are not behind. You are being built. And what Allah is preparing you for requires a strength that can only be forged in solitude. You might wonder, why me? Why does my heart ache when I've done nothing wrong? You smile, but deep inside there's an ache that whispers, "You're not like that." You feel alone, not just physically, but spiritually. But that loneliness is not a mistake. It's a divine sign that Allah is working on you in ways that can only happen in silence. He's purifying your intentions, removing the noise, peeling away unnecessary attachments so your heart can finally hear Him. What feels like distance from the world is closeness to your Creator. You may feel overlooked, but Allah sees you. You may feel forgotten, but He never leaves you. Look at Prophet Musa. Moses Arabican, Arabicat, Arabica, Arabica leaf, Arabiclam, Arabic scene, Arabiclam, Arabic leaf, Arabic meme. Raised in a palace yet never felt at home. When Allah finally called him, it wasn't in the crowd, it was in the wilderness, alone. Because the most powerful conversations with Allah happen in silence. The Quran says, "Your Lord has not forsaken you, nor has He detested you." This feeling is not rejection, it's redirection, it's purification, it's transformation. The Prophet Letrefei said, "Verily, Allah tests the one He loves." So if you are walking alone, feeling tested, don't think you are unloved. It means you are deeply chosen. The chosen ones are not made in comfort. They are made in caves, in valleys, and lonely nights of unanswered prayers. Because what Allah is building in them is not for show. It's for strength, for sincerity, for service. Sometimes the loneliest path is the most blessed one. Sometimes the quietest place is the most powerful. While others chase applause, you are being trained to chase nothing but the pleasure of Allah. That kind of soul is rare and protected. So don't mourn the absence of people. Rejoice in the presence of your Lord. Yes, you will cry. Yes, it will ache. But don't mistake the ache for emptiness. It's space that Allah is clearing so He can fill you with something greater. He may strip away every voice so you finally hear the one that matters, His. And when you do, you realize you were never alone. You are being drawn closer. So if no one understands your tears, let them fall for Allah. If no one sees your struggle, know that He does. If your heart feels heavy, lift it to Him. Lift it, because Allah never leaves a heart broken without filling it again. And what He fills it with is always better than what was lost. The most painful trials often come to the ones chosen for the greatest missions. What you're carrying is not punishment, it's preparation. When Allah selects a soul for something extraordinary, He doesn't begin with comfort. He begins with tests that refine you, not to crush you, but to make you unshakable. Prophet David, Arabic in, Arabic lam, Arabic hit, Arabica, Arabic alif, Arabic alif, Arabic lam, Arabic sin, Arabic lam, Arabic alif, Arabic meme, was chosen as a king. But before the crown came the cave. Before celebration came suffering. He was betrayed, hunted and hidden, yet never forgotten. The pain didn't cancel His purpose, it shaped it. Because those who are meant to lead must first learn how to lose everything and still hold on to faith. So if you feel buried, remember, you're not buried, you're planted. Every tear, every closed door, every heartbreak, Allah is shaping your soul. Because the Qur'an reminds us, Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. If this weight is yours, so is the strength to carry it. If this pain is yours, so is the power that comes after it. And one day when the storm has passed, you will look back and realize every rejection was redirection. Every delay was protection. Every heartbreak was purification. You'll see that Allah never forgot you. He was preparing you. Because Allah does not call the perfect, He calls the prepared. You when Allah removes, He's preparing you, the Quran says. You may dislike something while it is good for you, and you may love something while it is bad for you. Allah knows, and you do not know. This verse isn't just comforting, it's transformational. No, it teaches us that pain is not always a punishment. What we lose is sometimes a blessing in disguise. The Prophet Rafi said, if something befalls you, do not say, if only I had done this or that, but say, it is what Allah has decreed, and He does what He wills. This mindset isn't about ignoring your pain. It's about rising above it. It's about knowing that Allah sees the full picture, even when all you see is a broken frame. Some of you are still holding on to what hurt you. The people who left, the opportunities that slipped away. But what if that closed door was saving you? What if that rejection was Allah protecting your heart from something that would have destroyed it later? Sometimes Allah removes what we want to give us what we need. He takes away so He can replace. And while the loss may hurt now, the healing will bring clarity. He's not asking you to understand everything, just to trust Him. To stop chasing those who didn't see your worth. Because your worth doesn't come from people's acceptance, it comes from being chosen by the one who never makes mistakes. Rejection is redirection, and redirection is mercy. You were never meant to settle in places that were too small for your soul. Allah removes to raise you. He shuts doors not to harm you, but to help you breathe, to make you walk into what is truly yours. If you're grieving something you lost, lift your hands in prayer. If you're hurting over someone who walked away, lift your heart in faith. Because Allah never leaves a heart empty without planning to fill it with something far better. The people who rejected you were part of your training, not your destination. The day will come when you look back and say, that's why it had to happen. You were never rejected, you were redirected. You were redirected. You were never unworthy, you were protected. There comes a time in every believer's journey when everything falls apart. The people, the plans, the comfort. But that breaking isn't the end. It's the beginning of your becoming. Allah never breaks a heart to destroy it. He breaks it to rebuild it. Stronger, softer, wiser. Every hardship is carving the strength of faith into your soul. The Quran says, indeed Allah is with those who are patient. Patience isn't just waiting, it's trusting while you're breaking, believing while you're weeping, standing firm when everything inside you wants to fall apart. The Prophet said, a victory comes with patience, relief with difficulty, and ease with hardship. Notice the order, ease after hardship. Because hardship is a teacher. It shapes weak hearts into warriors of faith. Look at Prophet Yusuf, betrayed, imprisoned, forgotten. But every step of his pain led him closer to his purpose. His suffering didn't delay his destiny. It prepared him for it. So if you're in a storm, don't think Allah is punishing you. The storm isn't meant to drown you. It's meant to cleanse you. Sometimes losing everything is how you discover that Allah is enough. When everything is stripped away, you begin to see His mercy more clearly. You stop depending on people and start depending on people and start depending on Him. That's when transformation begins. A heart that's never been broken can't feel humility. A soul that's never been tested can't know its strength. The believer who's never been crushed can't fully taste the sweetness of Allah's mercy. So don't curse the breaking. It's where beauty is born. There's beauty in the tears shed in prayer, in the whispers of Ya Allah, I don't understand, but I trust you. Sometimes the silence after the storm feels unbearable. No calls, no messages, no answers. But that silence is not emptiness, it's invitation. It's the space where Allah draws you closer. He's right there in the stillness. The Qur'an says, when my servants ask you about me, indeed I am near. He hears even what your lips don't say. The silence doesn't stop your prayer, it amplifies it. So if you're walking through a quiet season, don't rush it. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. Allah is teaching you to hear Him clearly, to love Him deeply, and to trust Him completely. One day, you look back and thank Him for every no, every delay, every heartbreak. Because you'll see that every loss was leading you to something better, something meant only for you. So walk forward, not with bitterness, but with peace, not with revenge, but with purpose. Because what you thought was the end was actually the beginning.